everybody. It is Bottom Fragger time. It is Monday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Welcome in. My name is SamFashion, and we're going to have a very, very cool episode for you. We also have another host. I don't know if you knew this, but there's this guy named Chad who's been on every single episode so far, and he looks a little like this.
You
like an intro? Yeah, you like
smooth.
that?
That one's smooth. I like it.
Thanks. I'm going to do that every time. Chad, how are you?
I'm Gucci, man. How the hell are you? How was your 4th of July weekend?
My 4th of July, dude. It was good. It was good. I like 4th of July, but having a dog with 4th of July is tough. I mean, some dogs. I went out to a lake and they had a couple dogs out there, and they didn't give a fuck what was happening. The things were blowing up.
Care at all.
That's crazy. Mabel, fucking freaking out. So
that shit crazy.
She was like hiding somewhere she had never been before. She was like in between a table and my bed, and I'm like, how'd you even get there? Like,
oh, not Mabel, dude.
Yeah, it's real sad. But like, I mean, what can you do? But otherwise, it's good. I like blowing shit up. I'm very conflicted. I made a TikTok. I think you probably saw it with a TikTok I made.
I haven't actually. It involved blowing shit up?
No, it involved Mabel. It's basically just me ranting.
Oh, I did see that. She was on the couch.
Yeah. So
looking like a sad boy.
At the very beginning, when I hit go live, I was like, "Did Chad set this all up?" So I hope you set everything up all right. Why?
I don't
know, because I didn't do it, and then I was like, "Well, shit, I'm supposed to be the one going live here, not you." So hopefully you set it up all right, and I trust you.
That you're the one that's supposed to be going live.
Listen, I clicked the go live, but you set up everything. Like,
oh yeah,
basically you loaded the gun and I pulled the trigger.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's all right. How was your 4th, bro? What'd you do?
Dude, I had a blast. Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, contrary to what I look like, I mean, you wouldn't know if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor. But I am Puerto Rican. And so I had a gigantic group of Puerto Ricans that I call my family come down from New York, and we blew a bunch of shit up, took a bunch of pictures. People got drunk. It was a blast, man. It was a blast. I actually, my uncle, so a long time ago when I was younger, my grandmother, she took a photo outside of her apartment that had all her grandkids. We were all super young. I was maybe 14 years old. Mm-hmm. And come to find out, I have a big boulder in my backyard. So she wanted to redo the photo as almost like a, oh my God, like 10 years later type thing with all her grandkids. Well,
yeah, your grandma wanted to make that TikTok, that TikTok trend.
As soon as we went to go take the picture, my uncle lit off, dude, I didn't know you could commercially buy these. Like these are the type of fireworks that like the fire department special orders to set off at like big county events, right?
Yeah.
And the fucking box tipped over, dude, and it sent fireworks flying over my fence into a trampoline full of children. No casualties were called. No cops were called. I don't know.
Was this on the 4th?
This was on the 4th.
Cops don't.
I peeked over the fence and I was like, "Hey, if anybody got hit, my bad, man. That was negligent fire." But
holy shit!
I think I heard a chuckle, so I think maybe the dad was a little, whoo-hoo. But no cops were called.
That's good.
And this is these are my neighbors that infamously we do not get along very well. So.
Oh well, probably because you're blowing up bombs into their yard.
Actually, it's because they have this gigantic pit bull that chased my brother into the house while he was outside trying to smoke a cigarette. So I paid $7,000 to put up a fence. And
fences are good.
Then, like the next day, somebody called animal control on one of their dogs, and I walked outside, so they think I was the one that called animal control.
Oh,
but it'd be like that.
I don't like pit bull hate. I get that you can train a pit bull to be bad, but God,
me neither. I don't hate pit bulls.
Right. Obviously, somebody called.
He's a scary motherfucker.
Yeah, they can be. They can be very scary.
That pit was a scary motherfucker, bro.
I hate when Mabel decides to pick a fight with a pit bull. My buddy has one named Sadie.
Like a common occurrence.
Mabel's a fucking. She looks so gentle, but then sometimes she'll just fucking go off on a dog.
No shit.
So she'll fight my buddy's pit bull, and I'm like, if this pit bull decides to fight back one time, you're dead. Like, it is 8 million times stronger than you. That's like me going up to Mike Tyson and just like punch him in the face a few times. I'm like, what are you gonna do? And then one day he's just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna bite your ear off and then kill you.
Oh my God, 0 to 100 real quick.
Whatever, it's Mike Tyson, bro. Well, cool. Does your daughter like fireworks? She's probably old enough to.
She was asleep. She did wake up for one of them. Yeah, while we were blowing shit up. Probably not great timing, right? But it did wake her up at one point.
Hey,
damn! You know that is kind of fucked up. I didn't have my daughter out there for the fireworks. You know what though? For what it's worth, I might have saved her life.
Yeah, you were shooting them at kids. You know, maybe the neighbor was going to start firing back.
Not on purpose. Not on purpose.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, welcome in, guys. Earl trickling in here. Thanks for being here. We got a really awesome episode with a couple UK friendos, which is going to be
fellas.
Some fellas. But before we get into all that, we're going to do some American talking. So I had some chicken from Popeyes earlier. That's American talking. That's true. You were there. You saw me. Wait, did you see me eating it?
Why say that ironically?
True. Why would I make that up? I ate Popeyes. Louisiana chicken. What?
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Listen, it's American cuisine. What is okay, when you think about American food, what do you think about? I usually think about burgers.
Cheeseburger.
Right. Yeah. But where is fried chicken from? I mean, fried chicken should be the American staple. Italy's got.
My brain immediately goes Southern.
Yeah,
but I might be living in ignorance.
Maybe. I mean, we're a big country.
Become the fried chicken that we know and love today.
Right. I wonder if there's another country that we kind of stole from. I
would be surprised.
Yeah. I mean,
who fries a lot of shit? Oh wait,
us.
That's us.
Yeah. Maybe. I think. We should have some kind of position. It's always burgers and apple pie, but listen, it's fried chicken, and
apple pie.
Apple pie is a very American thing.
Really?
That's the baseball games and apple pie. I'm sure there's a million country songs that mention apple pie.
Apple pie at a baseball game?
Not at the baseball. I'm just talking about. I'm wearing a goddamn Menards shirt over here.
I don't even know what
you don't know what that is. Oh, okay. That's a Midwest. It's a Midwest hardware store, kind of like Lowe's.
Oh,
it's a sick shirt. It was free.
Who works there if you're the only one in the entire state?
Shut the fuck up. Bad.
You take rotating shifts, an hour at each of the biggest kind of corporate stores? How's Walmart?
Walmart's trash and nobody needs to run it. It's a ghost town. Eventually they're going to have no employees and it's just going to be the self-serve and then drones are going to stock the shelves or something. I don't know.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good for you.
Yeah. Less human interaction, all the better.
People get so mad, they're like, "Oh, these self-serve are taking people's jobs." I'm like, yeah, shit jobs, sure.
Dude, actually, low key, to go off on a mini tangent real quick, there's a huge upstanding, I don't know if that's the right word, but a lot of truckers are going on strike. Because, with Tesla coming out with all their self-driving vehicles or whatever, they made a truck, an 18-wheeler for distribution. And so a lot of people are going on strike and getting fucking mad because they're going to be replaced. And the debate is whether or not self-driving trucks could potentially even take all their jobs. Because there's shit that those truckers can do that a self-driving fucking truck can't possibly fucking do. So
yeah, but there's also a ton of stuff that, driving 24/7, you don't need to stop. Refuel or rejuice. Have you seen the movie Logan, the Marvel movie, the X-Men Wolverine movie Logan? They have the automatic semis in that movie. It's in the future, but there's that part where the horses get out on the road and there's all these semis that are just barreling down the road because it's all automatic driving. It's a good movie. That's one of the best ones.
That was a good movie.
Actually,
that was a very good movie. Very sad movie. Very good movie.
I should rewatch
Man,
that one.
Sam, you don't watch anime, do you?
Yeah, I watched some. Yeah.
Have you watched Demon Slayer?
I've watched the first 3 episodes. I know you. Did you just watch the movie, right?
I just watched the movie and I cried like a baby back bitch.
Yeah.
Anybody listening, anybody in chat, oh wait, I don't want to say that. That's a spoiler. Never mind. I was about to. Wow, I was really about to ruin the entire movie by accident.
Iron Man dies. But it's okay. It was an overdose.
At what point is it socially acceptable to start talking about shit that could potentially be spoilers? You know what I mean? What is the time allocation?
It's tough. It's tough because how easy is it to get the freaking movie? Like, I know the anime movie goes to theaters like a couple days usually, and then 1 year out.
I mean, even things like, for example, what made this fucking meme thing about spoiling shit famous, Game of Thrones. Like say you're watching some show, it's super popular, and you're watching it as it's coming out live. At what point is it socially acceptable to come out and say, "Hey, last night's episode, ... this happened," where you're not a huge asshole and you get unfollowed by all your family members on Facebook?
I think it's gotta kind of vary a little bit, but I did like how Endgame, the directors specifically said, no spoilers until this date. No one talks about it until this date.
Oh, really?
And it was a really weird thing because nobody's ever done that before. But the reason is because on that date they were releasing a trailer for the new Spider-Man movie that had the spoiler that Tony Stark dies. So they're like, you can't talk about it until this. And then they had a legitimate reason. But I would love to see that. Like, more directors take the initiative of like, hey, can we not spoil it until this date, and then everybody wants to talk about it. We get it. Talk about it after this date.
That's pretty smart, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
you were just a plethora of useless information. I love it.
I'm pretty useless. What can I say?
But before the episode started, you had something that you wanted to tell me.
Yeah, the perfect segue into useless information. Remember the game Titanfall?
Vaguely, barely.
Yeah. So I think I thought we had talked about it just for a brief moment on the podcast. I
actually want to talk about that. When you said Titanfall during that episode, I meant Anthem.
Oh.
Not Titanfall. I've never played Titanfall. Let's clear that up publicly.
Okay.
I was talking about Anthem. That Anthem was a huge disappointment. That game sucked. I've never played Titanfall. I don't even really know what it's about.
I didn't like it. I didn't think that many people liked it, and it's older now. It was like an Xbox One original title, something. But there's two of them, and there's been, I guess, for a while now, there's been a lot of hacker issues. People getting their information, like DDoS kind of shit, and then the game just not working. People leaving, people getting kicked out of games. It's just been a disaster. And a group of people who I think are right now unnamed and don't know who it is, took it upon themselves to make a website called savetitanfall.com, and they have hacked the other game from those companies, which is Apex Legends, which is super, super, super popular. Apex Legends and Titanfall are the same people. So they've hacked Apex Legends, and if you get into a queue where it's called a playlist. I don't play Apex, but it's called a playlist. You jump into a game. If you get into one that says something about Titanfall, it's very obviously a hack, like savetitanfall.com, check this out. You can't go into any other place. The game was rendered completely unplayable for hours and hours and hours for a lot of people.
Holy shit.
And it was all because all this group of people, of hackers, I guess, thought that they weren't giving enough attention to their older games, and they're still selling the games, and they're saying that's basically fraud. That's basically illegal to sell this game that just doesn't work. Apparently it's got bad enough where it just doesn't work, and they just haven't put any time or resources into it to say, that's what the hackers are saying anyway. And they say, you know what, we're going to take down your big game. So, we get noticed. And that's been happening for the last 2 days. I don't know if it's cleared up now, but it's been a ride.
That's kind of nuts, dude. Yeah. I got the article right here.
And honestly, I don't know where I fully stand on it, but it's a good, it's not a good message, but they're getting noticed.
In a follow-up tweet at 7 p.m., the developer said these attacks don't put the personal information of players at risk and that the team is testing a fix.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll put all of their time and money into fixing Apex, but will they come back and then put any resources into, saving Titanfall? Which is weird because that's such an old game at this point.
That'd be dangerous, though. If they actually did.
If they buckle under the pressure?
Yeah, because then think about it. In the future,
right?
Then people know I can just fuck them and they'll fix the shit.
Right.
But then there's the side of me that's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Look, Bucket said it. Power to the people.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it needs to be fixed. I mean, if it is a game that they're still selling and they're still putting money into the servers, I mean, people are playing. I think there is a decent community in Titanfall, probably Titanfall 2 more, I would imagine, but there's a big online community still. And if I played I mean, I play CSGO, which is a 20-year-old game. If they just decided to stop caring about that, which they kind of do a little bit, but like not to this extent, if they just decided to stop caring about it, and there's like these thousands of people, tens and hundreds of thousands of people possibly that play this game, you're going to feel a little burnt. Like, I want to play this game, but I cannot. Like, every game, it gets ruined. True. And people are getting my literal information off it. And it's crazy.
True. That's fucking nuts, dude. How did this fly under the radar for me? When did this happen? Yesterday?
I think it started kind of July 3rd.
Oh, okay. Super new.
But mostly into the 4th. I actually went live with Blizzy today, and he was telling me about it. And I was just like, I have no idea what you're talking. He's like, hey, you know that Titanfall thing? I'm like, no. And he kind of just went off like I should have known about it already. I'm like, Blizzy, yep. I'm like, the fuck? So I had to look it up later.
Dude, I'm actually that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day, I was super into Anonymous. Are you familiar with that group?
Oh, well, yep.
Group.
I was thinking about a video game.
Is that it may not be a group.
Sure.
But that's some type of shit they would do, man. But it's like for the gamers, man. That's fucking sick.
An anonymous gamers specific group. Who would, the Guy Fawkes mask?
Yeah.
Who would be the gamers version of that? Was it like Master Chief? They all wear like a Master Chief helmet. And they're like, we're gonna take down your servers.
That'd be sick. Maybe a Mario cap with a mustache.
Yeah, we'll have no idea who they are. Who's this mustache man? My lord.
Speaking of gamers, listen. I don't know if I've mentioned this in one of the previous episodes. I love The Witcher. Now, I want to clear this up by saying I don't mean the games, because I only played the third and
the important one. Yeah.
The alleged the best one that I've heard 1,000 times. And I played up probably a few hours, but it was by no means like my favorite game ever. I'm talking about the show. The show is what got me into the entire lore of The Witcher.
Mm-hmm.
And when is it going? It'll be released. So listen to this. July 21st, this month. Mm-hmm. It's called The Witcher Monster Slayer. It's an upcoming Pokemon Go-like augmented reality game for mobile.
What the fuck?
Where you will be able to fight fucking monsters like you are the fucking Witcher.
Do I get to like punch them?
AR. I hope so.
Like, you set up your camera, you go fight an invisible fucking monster.
Fuck yeah, man. Give it to me, bro. Do you guys know also that they've made a Harry Potter like Pokemon Go?
I think I heard about that.
And it just flew right under the radar, man. It's an amazing game.
I was gonna say it probably sucks then, but
no, it's awesome.
Huh?
It's fucking awesome. It is almost exactly like Pokemon Go.
Oh, I have to walk.
But with spells and shit.
I hate walking. Can't I sit? I play video games to sit.
I mean, you kind of can. I used to do it at work.
Oh, maybe I should check it out.
I promise I never spoofed.
What's that mean?
My location. So there's like programs you can get where in the game you can fake your location. So the game thinks you're walking, but you're fucking not. You're sitting at a desk in the back of a vape shop. Not that. That's that
why you got fired. But you got fired for playing Harry Potter online.
The game's fucking awesome. But yeah, anyway, July 21st, there's gonna be a fucking Witcher version of Pokemon Go. I'm definitely downloading that.
If a bunch of my friends play it, I'd play that. I don't know. Pokemon Go wasn't for me, but
you didn't play Pokemon Go?
It wasn't for me, man.
What?
I know a lot of people who still play it, which is, I think that's crazy. But like,
dude, it's a pretty good game, man.
It would get old to me after a couple hours.
Social kind of meshing.
Yeah, I like the social.
They would have these huge raids, so you'd end up at a park and you start seeing like fucking 4, 5, 6, 7, 15, 20 people fucking show up. Right. There's a whole group sitting in a park talking about Pokemon. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was cool at the beginning when there was like a shit ton of people playing it, and I would be driving and I'm like a shit ton of people on their phones in a place that I'd never seen people before. I'm like, that's a Pokemon something, something's going on with Pokemon. Yeah. And that's sick. Or like people would just like be so open to like just being like, hey, you guys playing Pokemon? If I was walking around on my phone around that time, like, you playing Pokemon? And I'm like, God, I wish I could say, I should have been playing it, because how the fuck do you meet friends when you're an adult that plays Pokemon?
Dude, can you imagine if they released that right at the start of COVID?
No, I don't know how flopped. It would have. Yeah, probably not been great.
Yeah,
like everything else that released. You know, my band released an album during COVID, and that's online, and it still flopped.
What's the band, Sam? I didn't know you were in a band.
Oh, thank you for asking, Chad. My band's called Vermilion Heights. That's VER million with 2 L's, Heights. We are on Spotify, just like this podcast is on Spotify. We came out with an album called. Wait, hold on. It's not called Hide and Seek. What is it called? Hold on. I know this.
Who came up with the name?
Not me.
Okay.
Don't worry, it wasn't me, dude.
They're honest to God really good though.
Thank you, dude. I truly can't remember the name right now, which is something pretty sad.
Makes you feeling better. I can never remember.
Lost and Found.
Lost and Found.
Thanks.
That's like adjacent to Hide and Seek.
Yeah. So when we were releasing it, I called it Hide and Seek constantly, and all of them were like, "Yo, dude, it's not called that. Stop calling it that." I'm like, well, for the longest time, I thought it was that, so I don't know what to tell you.
Dude, if it makes you feel any better, I can never remember the name of that track of the song that I listen to like all the time, where you're boxing.
Yeah, it's called Losing Sleep.
Losing Sleep. There you go. That's the best one. That's the best song I ever came out with, even though I've only listened to like 3 or 4 of them.
Nice. Well, check out the album. What were we talking about before I went on the tangent that
The Witcher and Pokemon Go and shit like that.
Yeah, it would be cool to get into another social game like that. Maybe I should. Yes, sir.
Can I ask you a random question?
Yes, please.
Do you enjoy fishing?
No, I do not. And I'm from Minnesota, and we have 12,000 plus lakes, and fishing's a huge thing. Do you like fishing? Is that what you're trying to get at?
I love fishing, and I was going to invite you to someday in the distant future, at some point, perhaps, possibly, maybe, eventually, go fishing.
Can we play catch instead, Dad?
Oh my God.
I suck at fishing. Listen, it's boring.
Is that why you don't enjoy it?
I think I have a curse on me. I went salmon fishing in Alaska, where it should be fucking easy, and I caught nothing. Everybody else on the boat caught shit.
Motherfucker that doesn't appreciate the sport got to go salmon fishing in fucking Alaska.
Yeah, every time I say any travel story, you go, because you get like mad. You get like mad at me.
I've been to 3 places, and 2 of them were in my house. So
just go check out more places in your house, at least. At the very minimum, get out of that room a little bit. Jeez Louise. There was that taco stand you went to.
Yeah. Dude, if you ever come down here, first place you're going.
Okay, cool.
First place I'm sending you.
This is kind of unannounced news. I'm going to talk about it anyway, but there is a potential BCMG hosted expo down in Brownsville, Texas, going on next month, and I'm going to it, and we're going to do a half live in-person Bottom Fraggers show. So I'll be there live in person. Chad will be not coming because he's got a baby or something. I was like, my mom said on the phone with Chad, because my mom and Chad talk on the phone sometimes, said the baby can fit in a suitcase. Mother.
She did. Sam's mom's awesome. Apparently, she says fuck more than I do.
Oh, yeah. We were listening to the podcast. My mom's like, you guys both say fucking so much. So if you guys want to listen to how many times we say fucking, it's like fucking a lot.
We're thinking about putting a counter on.
Yeah. We should get a mod to just update a counter constantly. But now I'm going to think about that too much. But anyway, so that expo is in Brownsville, Texas, and that is on the border of Mexico, and it is sponsored by Taquito Express, who sponsors BCMG already, and they're going to have all-you-can-eat tacos there, and I can't imagine the difference between Mexican food in Minnesota versus on the border of Mexico, where it's probably the best in the goddamn world.
Mr. Kerr said, depends on the size of the baby. That sounds like the punchline to a baby joke without saying the joke.
Depends on the size of the baby. I have so many good.
Yep, I just thought of 3.
I don't even want to say it. I don't want to say the type of joke.
I don't
a baby know. That is possibly no longer living. Joke.
Listen, we've already been in trouble once already, and that didn't include baby jokes. So
no, yeah. I mean, Chad shoots fireworks at babies, so what can you do?
Oh my, that was my uncle, and I hope he's listening. I hope he's fucking listening to this somewhere.
Fucking. He said fucking. Ding.
I did?
Yeah. I hope he's fucking listening somewhere, you said. See, we don't even notice it. We don't even notice
Best
it.
fucking word in the English language.
Damn right. My mom said something about like it doesn't make you sound intelligent, not because it's the word, but because you're using one word too often. And I'm like, that's fair. Like if I used like some smart sounding word too often, I wouldn't sound very smart now, would I? So we got to change up our vocabulary. Shitting. We're gonna say shitting, fucking damn.
I'm gonna try.
All right.
I'm gonna try it.
We'll do what we can.
No fucking for the rest of this episode. Let's see who breaks.
Who breaks first? All right. Yep. If we don't notice, somebody call us out. Joe, Hamess, either of you hear it, let us know. I don't know if the UK boys say fucking too often, but they might.
I feel like they're going to be worse than us.
Maybe. I don't know. I talk to them in Discord quite a bit. They're good guys. You don't really know them, but listen, they're good guys.
Yeah, not at all.
I'm excited. Maybe we should bring them in.
Maybe.
What do you think? Are Joe and Hamess? If you're ready, turn your webcams on. We'll pull you in here. But they're sitting backstage, twiddling their thumbs. They're thinking some exciting shit. They're thinking of some content to give you guys. Yeah, Hamess is ready.
Dude, we need to start. By the way,
yeah,
I'm down there looking at these at these two fellas, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're the one that procured them.
Yep.
For the episode. Yep. Can you please do me a favor and get some uglier people into this? Into this, dude. You make us look bad.
Us? Whoa! What?
Look at this. I almost said the word. It's dude. Like that's the third time. It's hard. Shitting. Hard. Look at this shitting guy right here.
He's shitting. Dude, Hamess is a good looking mother fricker. But yeah, okay. I don't like how you included us in there. You can talk about yourself being ugly, but don't lump me into the ugly group. Okay, pal.
Who, me?
Yeah, you said. Oh, they look so much better than
that told me to tell the joke, man.
Listen, don't even. We're pulling Hamess in. Here we go. Hamess, welcome to the show, brother. Let me unmute you quick. Maybe we're both doing it, aren't we? Unmute him,
no,
Chad.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm here.
There we go. Oh, you did it yourself, bro.
It was me.
Cool. Oh, goddamn. Hamess, what's up, brother?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys?
Good. Apparently I'm ugly, but
I don't see you guys.
I didn't necessarily say you were ugly. I said he makes you look ugly.
Damn it, Hamess.
I think you guys are doing yourselves a disjustice, sir. You guys are just being nice to guests. That's all it is, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we got another beautiful mustachioed man named Joeseppi. Welcome to the show, Joe.
Hey.
Hello.
What up, man?
Hi, guys.
What's up? So we got a couple. So first and foremost, these young gentlemen are from the UK. Actually, Joe, I don't really know where you're from. We never actually confirmed with you, but
yeah, England, UK.
England?
Same. Well, me and Hamess are actually from the exact same place.
Oh, okay.
City-wise. So
okay. Yeah, I keep Joe in my basement.
Nice. Yeah, I can tell with the brick background. It looks
the same
like
room. He's over there, actually.
Yeah. Nice. But I getting ready for this show, I've been making jokes on Twitter like, "Hey, these guys are coming on. It's going to be a bloody ripping time, throwing rubbish in the bin because you guys don't say garbage or garbage bag or garbage whatever. Throw garbage in the garbage. That's how we say it." But and then I pop into Hamess' stream today, and he's talking about how it might be sort of racist to say, "Oh, y'all drink tea and eat crumpets and biscuits," and I'm like, "Shit, am I being racist? Like a little bit?"
No, I'm sure they're all good. I don't think England is English is a race. I think.
I think if people get offended by like the whole like country stereotypes, I think that's what we were discussing. Actually, it was like more of I think if you get offended by like people with like national, what the fuck am I talking about? Like national stereotypes and stuff like that. Yeah, go and have a walk is like my opinion on that. I think they're funny, honestly.
Well, good,
dude. I actually got to say, so on the theme of me being sheltered, as we were talking about a minute ago, I haven't been anywhere. I until maybe 4 years ago truly couldn't believe that people in the UK even existed. And let me explain. This fella, so there's a huge college down here. It's called Duke, down here in North Carolina. And this guy comes in. I was working at a vape shop, and he comes in. What is it with you guys, man? You're all born and bred, just beautiful fucking people. I just lost the bet. Whatever. Beautiful fucking people. This guy comes in leathered up from neck down, hair. He looked like he
Oh
just
my
got
God.
out of the fucking shower, and there was a fucking barber waiting on the fucking toilet to clip his fucking hair. And I've never felt so sexually frustrated from a conversation about vapes before. But it was crazy, dude. It was like right in my face, like Harry Potter, like right there. You know?
I think it's like an illusion. I think like people in the US think British people are like royalty, like Prince Harry,
Yes,
like
for
really
sure, for
posh.
sure.
They talk like really like upper class, and they're all like Tom Holland, like facially
Yes.
chiseled, and like.
Yeah.
And then if you actually spent 5 minutes here, it's like
Always
the
bad.
complete opposite. It's like
Yeah.
bold, fat, like
Us.
They are
disgusting.
tramps, man. They are tramps. It's so
Tramps.
bad. Yeah.
That's what. Yeah, that's the
Did
word.
we do that to you guys? Did we?
Well,
Did we
I
ruin
don't
the
know,
UK?
maybe. I mean, you guys literally just celebrated Independence Day, which is like, this is awkward, right? Because it's like independence from us, right?
And then we're like coming on to
I feel like I feel
Oh, shit.
personally accountable. I haven't done that.
So we have to apologize. Me and Joe with discussion. We'll have to apologize to you guys. So any Americans listening, we're sorry for that.
You guys heard it here
Please
first
yourselves,
time in
God
history.
damn. You would have been under, you still would have been under our rule.
Reparations happening.
Wait,
do you
this would have
guys-
been our podcast. That's what
Yeah,
it would
right,
have
right. And it might be after this episode, it might just transfer to you guys. Do you guys feel that way about Australians? Like, do you think they're all kind of sexy and their accents sexy? Because I think that way about Australians, and maybe you guys do too, or maybe they're just like so much like you guys that it's just not different. What's your opinion on Australians? Let's hear it.
been. I don't have many negative views on Australians, really.
I
They
don't think
seem like nice
anybody
people.
does.
They're distant, aren't they?
They're
They're like
distant?
they're like away from everyone. I feel like
Yeah,
everyone
they're on
else
their
is
own
sort of
little
like
turf, aren't they?
yeah.
Right. Everybody's fighting wars in Australia. It's just like, oi.
Yeah, that was our fault as well.
Australia and Sweden, man, I'm telling you.
I know,
Yeah, that was
Australia's
our
just
fault,
all
yeah.
like the English
just
prisoners,
bullying it.
right?
We're
the British
menaces,
Empire
man.
they just came along and just fucked everything up for the whole world.
Sweden
Like,
had to buy other countries garbage. They ran out of garbage.
What?
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
they
they made like
ran out
houses
of
out of it, right?
Things
Like
to
bricks
fill
and
their landfills and had to buy trash from other countries.
I'm sorry,
That's
rubbish.
wild.
Rubbish.
Rubbish.
rubbish. Yeah,
My
I don't mind
apologies.
either.
rubbish in the bin.
Something about rubbish and bin makes
Rubbish in
me
the bin, yeah.
it just feels so
Uncomfortable.
different. Yeah, dude. I know I've never used the word rubbish in a like joking way.
Yeah, 100%.
Never.
Do you guys not use the word bin in like any capacity at all? Because I know that when
Like
when
the
we say
garbage
pants,
bin that you put outside to put
Wait, so
the
Yeah,
bags in.
you know on Windows on your desktop, what is it in the top? What do you like drag the files into?
It's in the bottom left corner.
Is it a recycling bin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Yeah.
the same, right? I guess.
I mean, bin is kind of just like another word for tote, I guess.
what's a tote?
Like-
What is
What's a tote?
that, bro? I've never heard that word.
Like
in my life.
like a plastic box.
we use the word tote as like it's like a fabric bag, and they're like, bro, you know what a tote is.
Bro,
Like,
you might,
100%
I've
you know
never
what a tote
heard
is.
that word in my life.
It's not plastic. It's like they're like woven bags.
The
So
ones with the drawstring.
Oh, like the ones you go shopping with?
yeah. Like
Yeah.
I design a brand.
Tote bag. Yeah. I've heard that before.
A tote bag.
We
Yeah.
need to get these guys on the podcast more often.
Yeah.
This is the most fun I've had in 15 minutes.
I think we could speak for like 9 episodes just on
Yeah,
differences,
word
yeah.
variations.
I
Yeah.
love
America
that
versus
shit, dude.
England.
There's tons of differences. I have a friend of mine. I think he's actually from Ireland, but he went to university
Mhm.
in London.
College.
So first of all, right off the shut up, Sam. Right off rip, he has a very interesting accent because it mostly actually does sound kind of like you guys, but with a few distinct differences. Like in his R's, you could hear that Irish accent roll out. But we spent hours talking about like the monumental differences, and that there's like things that to us are just so common that it's not even we don't even really talk about it. And to him, they were like amazing. Like even, and I'm not trying to get into politics, but politics, the way they work here, he was like, holy fuck, that's insane. There's so many huge differences. Even snacks, man. You guys are missing out on so much.
Oh God, yeah.
Hamess
The
just did a
snacks.
drink tier list, and I was like blown away by some of these drinks that they had. That he put some drink on like S tier, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but it's S tier in this guy's mind.
It's crazy how
S
stuff
tier.
work
What
like
was that, top
works out.
tier?
Yeah.
I've got a question though, because I think the US knows a lot about England because of like the royal family and like the crown and stuff like that. But how much do you guys know about like the other countries in the? Wait, actually, here's a question: do you know the other countries in the UK? Let's start there.
I didn't until I just looked it up, and I already forgot. There's like 5,
4, right?
4.
I don't even know, bro. I think
I don't think we.
I'm
know
gonna
either.
get right out front of this. I didn't even know you guys called them countries.
I'm going to be completely honest. I don't even fully know.
We're all in the same bracket.
I don't know, like if the UK is like what it even is. It's like it's not not states or like I don't know if England.
It's a congregation. I just now realized it's like a congregation of a bunch of different countries, right?
Yeah. But like like how much do you know about like Scotland? Like that stuff is like,
I didn't know they were connected until a week ago. Like connected in like the UK umbrella, you know.
I know they get real mad when you call them Ireland.
Oh, I do that in games and stuff like that. Me and Joe make a joke. We'll be like, if we know that the person is Irish, we'll call them Scottish, and if they're Scottish, we'll call them Welsh, and you get their accents mixed up.
You just swap everyone around. Scottish people and English people have like a mutual hatred, like absolutely despise each other, and they're only
weird.
Yeah, you can walk across to Scotland, like, but everybody hates each other.
There's like a fence, and you just step over it.
And...
build the wall. And what do you guys what do you guys like perceive America as? I mean, like, are we all just like fat school shooting like
well,
I mean like maybe that's white people in general, but like what I'm just getting
0 to 100 real quick.
Listen, I'm not saying that we do, but is that the perceived thing? Because I watch the news and that's all I see as fucking white Americans doing.
I am curious.
I mean, I see America as quite like, but I've always been quite interested in American like I watch I used to watch the NBA like constantly, and like the states I've always known the states, but like in terms of like what each state is like and what people from each state are like, I don't know. I have like no stereotypes of the US.
That's the difference, isn't it? It's like in the UK, you wouldn't be able to differentiate us from maybe us from like a Londoner. Maybe, but if you got someone from where like we're from like the middle of the UK. So if you got someone that was slightly more north or slightly more southern, we'd be able to tell that they were slightly more north or southern, but you wouldn't be able to. And I guess that's like the only distinction that we have between like America. Like, I wouldn't be able to tell what states you guys were from or how like far apart you guys live.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would, but like, there's so many different.
I figured at least
country, you know?
Even if at least like Southern accents, for example, like an American Southern accent,
they're quite strong. Yeah,
I know like the main big ones, like Texas is like in the middle bottom. Right?
Oh yeah,
and then California's on the left, and New York's top right. Is it? Or
they're the only 3 states in America.
And then besides that, if you would tell me like where's Minnesota, it could be anywhere. Is it in the middle? I don't know.
It's at the very top. Like go to Texas, go,
there you go
all the way to the top before you hit Canada. Stop.
There you go.
Yeah. There's only one person that lives there, and it's Sam.
And it's me. Just I'm the only resident. So this is what a Minnesotan sounds like and looks like. It's not great, but you know what? It's what it is. So I wanted to ask you guys, because you guys come from different content creator backgrounds a little bit. Hamess, you're new into streaming, but killing it. As far as I can tell, and I could talk about this all day. And I did yesterday. I kind of went off a tangent about how good Hamess is doing. I think I might have alienated my own chat, because I'm like, listen, this guy has so many people watching. Why don't I have people watching? And like my chat's like, we're watching. I'm like, yeah, but fuck you guys. No, but Hamess has like what? How many followers you got? Like less than 300, or did you hit it?
I think I'm a 235 or something right now.
And you have an average viewer. Every time I look, it's between like 15 and 20. Or more. That is a ratio that's god tier. Like I have 880 followers and I have less than that. So like I was talking about that for a long time. And then Joe, you stream a little bit, but you're mostly on the YouTube. We can see the plaque behind you. You're killing it on YouTube over the last year and a half. It seems like we were doing this earlier. We were trying to figure out.
I think YouTube. I think I started my channel on the 25th of May, 2019.
Okay.
Wow.
And for the first year, my content was absolute. I mean, I won't go on about this because like I could speak forever, but my content for the first year was like absolute garbage. I was like, why is it not getting any views? And then when you look back, later on when you're better at it, you realize how bad they were, and you're like, oh god, now I know why nobody's watching this. But like, I get like one video that would get like 5,000 views, and it would like get me up like 100 subs, and I go, oh my god, that's crazy. But yeah, I posted the basically in short so I'm not here for hours. I posted a video that was it was called like basically I have a series called In a Nutshell, and I like summarize things like quickly, kind of. That's how I would describe it. And I posted chess, the game of chess in a nutshell, and
It's a beautiful game.
it hit like 1 million views in like a couple of weeks, and then from that point onwards I had like it wasn't even that many subs really. I got like 30k, and then I posted a movie review of a movie called Gamer, and then that was the craziest month I've ever had. I went from like 30k to 120k, and then
damn, in a month
from there. Yeah, it was absolutely insane. I got like 80k subs.
Out of curiosity, around what time did you post this the chess video?
God, it's really old. I think it's like, in terms of my channel, I think it's 2 years old now, maybe a year old.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I was asking because I don't know if you guys watched it, but there was that series that came out on Netflix.
Oh, the Queen's
Gambit. Yes.
Fucking amazing show. Yeah. And I don't know.
I always say, like, when people ask how I got the subs that I've gotten, like I always say I think it was right place, right time, because I posted a chess video when, like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. They do Pog Champs. It's like a Twitch tournament. It's like a chess tournament, and there's all like the big streamers in it. I posted it as that first came about, so I think people was just the word chess on Google Trends was like skyrocketing. So I just rode the views, and then Queen's Gambit came out, and I rode the views. But yeah, it's just all luck.
Oh basically. Shit! Interesting.
But yeah.
I watched that video. I love that video. The In a Nutshell series is great. I watched the Gamer. I actually just started going on a binge because like I didn't know that you had a YouTube. You were popping into my channel because you got rated in by Hamess, and you've been popping in. And I clicked on your shit one day. I was like, oh, he must stream. Then I found your YouTube, and I was like, oh, this dude is like a lot of fucking views. So I started watching, and like the gamer movie and the gamer word, just talking about the word gamer was so funny. That shit, I highly recommend checking him out. It's the same spelling as his name you see there in the corner. Go watch it. Go to just most popular and go find the chess one and the gamer one.
I highly recommend the Hoodwinked video.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a newer one. I was really shocked.
Was hilarious.
I was really shocked that did well, and I was so happy when it did.
The creator tweeted at you, right?
I love that movie. Yeah. I
what?
Corey, his name is. I was emailing the director back and forth, and it was like the most mind-bending thing in my life, because I used to love that movie as a kid, and talking to the guy that was completely responsible for I was like talking to him for hours. He voiced some of the characters. He like got everyone together. He like wrote the whole thing. It was crazy.
That's so sick. Yeah, it's a good video.
That's fucking awesome.
It's amazing. Yeah,
love it. And then Hamess, you are on Twitch. How long have you been streaming now?
I think it's about 4 months. I started at the end of February, but I didn't have a PC until, when did I get my PC? Like midway through March. So I'd say I started streaming properly around March time, like midway through March, and then I've just been chugging along since. And well, yeah, that's just me. I'm on the rise to get some more followers and things like that, all those Twitch things. But yeah, I started streaming then, and because I think it was Joe as well actually that said to me that just to start streaming, because I streamed maybe once or twice beforehand. Like late 2019, 2018 or whatnot. Yeah. And Joe was just like, oh, why don't you just stream? And I think it was when everyone sort of had that boom of, oh, everyone wants to be a Twitch streamer. Everyone, what were those things called? The stimulus checks for like Americans.
Stimulus checks,
yeah. And everyone sort of got like this massive influx of money, and everyone sort of got on like the Warzone thing and whatnot. And everyone was like, oh, maybe I could be a content creator. And I felt like I was, maybe part of that as well. Just like, I didn't really have university or college, as you guys would say, going on at the time, because I sort of like took a break from it. And I was like, well, why not just stream that? I sit here and play games for 12 to 16 hours every day anyway. I'm okay. I'm okay.
No, Chad, listen to Chad. Checked out about 3 minutes of your shit. He's like, what the fuck?
He's a sweaty gamer.
He told me that you two were coming on, but I had a lot going on with my family and stuff, so I ended up not getting a chance to really jump in, see what you guys are doing until the day before yesterday. And Joeseppi first, I watched his Hoodwink video, fucking amazing. But I'm being serious, man. I like how you combine like comedy with legitimate. It's review. You're reviewing it in detail. It's fucking amazing. It makes you want to watch the fucking movie. And then I jumped on the Hamess's, and beforehand, dude, Hamess, Sam sold you short, man. He was like, he's a just chatting streamer. He's up there just chit chatting with everybody. And maybe that's what you do. But when I jumped in, I think you had just broadcasted 9 hours early and you were playing Warzone, and you were fucking killing it. Fucking killing it. I said to Sam, I was like, dude, he might have an aimbot. Like, this kid is fucking cracked.
He does. That's what it is.
The guys watch or listening on our Spotify and stuff. You can't see my hand right now, but it's here. It's directly below my directly below my wrist. I got it inserted when I was a kid. They just they slotted it straight in. They know I had the gamer genes, so they just inserted it straight into me.
We're gonna make a gamer god. Dude, yes.
But on Twitch, what are your main categories?
I would say as of now, that I was saying this to Joe. It's difficult for a lot of variety streamers to play games a lot right now because I mean games are in the shitter. Like Apex yesterday, you guys were talking about the Apex hack and stuff. Apex is pretty big right now. I play a decent amount of Apex, but I would say once games are like back at an all-time high again, I don't really play Warzone a lot, but I used to play a lot of COD and stuff like that. So once the new COD and especially FIFA, I'm really good at FIFA actually as well. But COD, FIFA, any FPS games, I play a lot of Valorant, CS. Little 16-year-old me was pretty cracked at CS. But But yeah, that's basically my games. I play any and anything other than if anyone from my chat is here. I do not play chess or Undertale. They're the only two games I will not play. No, yeah, I pretty much play any and everything. But I enjoy the just chatting side a lot more because I enjoy talking to people.
Every time I pop in there, it's seems like you're just chatting. Whether a game's selected or not, you just pop into that just chatting screen that says easy or simple or whatever the fuck it says. And I'm like, this dude is so good at entertaining by just like no gameplay, just him. He's a god at it.
Thank you, man.
And that's what people are. I mean, chat is always popping off. Like I will go, an hour and not have anybody chat. You have people constantly in there, and it's crazy. Also, we should mention that over there it's like what 1:47 a.m.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys for being on here, by the way.
Shit.
But you're usually streaming pretty late. And I don't, Joe, you're leaving somewhere in the morning. You got a vacation or what's going on?
I'm going down to London, but
Okay.
don't worry, I'm all good. My train was much later than I thought it was, so I can stay till.
Great.
You guys.
Well, thanks for being here. But I know, Hamess, you're streaming late a lot, so I don't know what time it usually is but you're going for like 8 hours. I'm usually at work, and then I'll see you pop live. I'll pop in, and then I'll go home, and I'll go take a nap, and then I'll wake up, and you're still live, and I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Fucking grinding, baby.
It? Yeah.
That's all Joe. Do you want to know what? I can't put any of my hours on anything other than Joe, because I would say that out of everyone, we have like Sam's in like our like gamers chat. We call it the gamers like Discord chat, but it's basically just a place where we just all play games and whatnot. But no, yeah, like I feel like it's good to say publicly. Actually, I'll tell Joe a lot, but Joe just like, I think Joe said to me one time, he's like, I think you're doing like the right sort of stuff, but the actual hours that you're putting in, I'm pretty sure you guys might get onto it anyway, but in terms of like content creation and whatnot, if you're not putting content elsewhere, you have to be live for a lot of the time. So I upped my hours from maybe 60 to 70. And Joe was just like, hey man, like it was like a kick in the arse sort of thing, like, stream for longer hours. And then I think the next month I went to like 150. So now every single stream, I try and stream for at least like 3 hours a day. But Joe will be there in my chat constantly like, no, don't stop yet. Like go to those 8 hours. So if you ever see me streaming late hours, it's because of that man right there.
Well, it's just the thing. It's the exact same. Like even with you guys, like it's like whenever you see somebody that has the potential and is good on Twitch, it's like, well, they've already got that, and that's the hardest thing to have.
That's the
all it
hardest,
is just upping the hours. I mean, obviously an extra hour, it seems like nothing, but it takes one extra hour for somebody to come in and raid you or another viewer to hop in that will be there for the next like 2 years or whatever. I mean, it's it's just the whole thing. You up the throttle and you up the numbers, obviously. Like,
I am glad you guys are saying this because I have kind of alluded this to Chad for quite a while because he's Chad's a fantastic streamer. I love his channel. I love his community. Yeah, I will. But he was live for almost like 3 hours, like clockwork. Like it's 3 hours and that's nothing. And then he'll get off and message me like, yo, let's play games. I'm like, what are you doing? If you're getting offline to play games, just stay live. Like, I know it's a different feel playing games and then playing games and trying to
tiresome. It's hard.
Different.
It's two totally different fucking things.
Props.
Like,
there's Twitch is not my thing, but
there's even a lot of games that I play casually that I wouldn't imagine ever playing on fucking stream. They just wouldn't work. But that's actually huge, and I'm glad, Hamess, that you're on here. I'm going to inadvertently be comparing myself to you a lot because our time frame is almost exactly the same. I started streaming in January, and I didn't get my PC till March. So
That's
it's
amazing.
around the same, and you're fucking killing it. Seriously, you're doing a great job. But just out of curiosity, you don't post any other content in other platforms?
I started to, again, because Joe was kicking me up the arse. It's good. It's good to have people that post content and know what they're doing in terms of like branding and stuff as well. Joe helped me with branding. I like to blow smoke up Joe's ass as well. He doesn't like
my
to hear
my child.
Yeah, we like to stroke it. We like to stroke each other's egos a lot. But no, in terms of like content creation and stuff like that, Joe was just saying to me like it goes back to that same thing again of like, oh, even though you're live, I feel like Twitch is probably the hardest social media platform to grow on, just simply because the only way that you get rewarded on Twitch is if you have more viewers, and you can't get more viewers if you're, do you know what I mean? When you're a smaller streamer, it's very difficult to hit those.
You got to make a funnel.
Yeah, bro, it's so difficult. And in terms of like exposure and stuff, you don't get a lot of it on Twitch, especially if you're streaming stuff like Warzone, Apex. There's going to be
saturated.
I mean, you said I was beaming, but like there's people like Shroud out there that will have maybe even less viewers than me. People will have literal aimbots in their wrists, and they won't get anywhere near the viewership just because Twitch doesn't really reward it. But the thing that does reward it is content creation. So I took a leaf out of Joe's book. Joe helps me with ideas and stuff like that. In terms of like, oh yeah, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that. And I post very, very infrequently on TikTok. Joe likes to also joke about my YouTube channel being down in the dumps. I tried to upload on YouTube, and it is different. As much as Joe likes to say Twitch is a different type of gravy, YouTube it's not my thing at all. Like, but yeah, I post on TikTok, and I feel like it's very, very important for anyone that's trying to grow on Twitch. And even yourself, you said that we got similar sort of time frames. I find that even though it's a very, very disgusting place, TikTok comments are a very, very disgusting place when you're posting gameplay. You get a lot of very, very salty and hateful people. But it's very, very useful for exposure and stuff like that.
It's interesting having you guys be almost like in the opposite thing, because like Hamess, you could be making fantastic YouTube videos and be growing probably at the same rate Joe is growing on YouTube. And Joe, you could be taking that exact growth and like making it really big on Twitch. Whether you know, it sounds like you maybe don't want to. You don't seem like.
I'm just Twitch. It's very hard. That's why I say props to you guys. It's so constant, like live being.
It's different for sure. And you guys could be like doing this cross platforming thing perfectly, and like, you know, diversifying where your content's going so easily. It seems like, I mean, I think going from Twitch to YouTube is hard too. But like, especially since you guys are such close friends, you guys could be really like figuring out ways to make each other just pop the fuck off, even on your own channels and without like promotion of each other.
Cross-platform stuff is so important. Like, I think if I could give like any person like one single piece, I mean, I am nowhere near like on the terms of YouTube, like, you know, there's guys that have millions. I'm nothing compared to them, but like from what I've learned, if I could tell anyone anything in terms of cross-platform stuff, I mean, that's like really where success comes from. I mean, if you look at Mr. Beast, he's got his Instagram, his TikTok, he's got like 15 YouTube channels. Like, it's all revenue streams that are coming from different places. It's like, I think the only reason that my channel grew the way it did, which is something I forgot to mention before, was because I think it's really hard to grow on YouTube now, like really, really difficult. And I think one of the main things that like really gave like a little seed for my channel to grow was TikTok. And I don't think people actually realize. And if I could get a megaphone and shout to the universe, like, I would tell as many people as I could. The fact that TikTok has come along now may just be the most insane thing for people to grow on the platform. You see it, every single social media is starting to mimic it. Instagram has their reels. It's not
Even
TikTok.
Snapchat, I noticed now has like music
Yeah.
you can select.
Yeah, YouTube literally has TikTok on it. Like you not TikTok, but it's like they've copied the exact format.
The
you can post
shorts thing, right?
now.
Yeah.
And it's like, because they've started to realize, I mean, the TikTok algorithm, whoever invented that is an absolute genius. The idea that you can some bloke that's got 2 followers can post a video and it's somehow allowed to get 2 million views. It's amazing. That is why TikTok, and I'll say this to James every day and we laugh about it, it has to be the best social media that is currently
honestly.
I have been saying that for 4 fucking months. Sam over here was against it for weeks and weeks. And you basically, I mean, in a much smarter way than I said it. 100%, man. It is the one social media platform right now that still holds the same concurrent amount of viewership, engagements, impressions, and interactions without the glass ceiling, so to speak. So, for example, on YouTube, there's a lot of tips and a lot of tricks and a lot of research into trying to break through that glass ceiling, right? And getting your stuff seen. TikTok, dude, most of the videos that I make that have done the best were the ones I spent the least time on.
Yeah.
And overnight, you become viral. And like what you said before, everybody is starting to mimic that algorithm. Whoever made the algorithm for TikTok is a fucking genius.
It's those Chinese guys, bro. There's something
in the water, man. There's something in that water.
It's almost so good that if somebody came to me and asked me how could I grow on YouTube, I would genuinely say to them, do not do YouTube. Just do TikTok. Just do TikTok. It's like, why would you not? It's got 1 billion monthly users. It's literally an eighth of the planet.
And for what it's worth, it's less work.
It's crazy, bro.
It's much less work than per se YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the stupid example because it's like Charlie D'Amelio, how long has she been around for? A year, half a year? Well, 150 million followers. It's absurd.
Insane.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Now the whole family, that whole D'Amelio family is fucking killing shit. They're like the Kardashians of TikTok.
I think their parents have 6 million followers or something. It's so crazy.
People still have this notion in their head that it's still like Musically, and people will say
that's
it's not like
that. It's not kids doing this fucking guy.
Yeah, it's not kids doing all these dabs and dances.
Yeah,
it's not.
Oh, should I not be doing dabs on there? God damn, that's all my content, bro.
That's what you're getting wrong, Sam.
God damn, bro. Yeah, I just started on TikTok, and Chad is killing it on TikTok, and I had no idea until I started one and checked his shit out, and I'm like, dude, these numbers are sick. I have 100 followers. I'm very new at it, maybe 3 weeks into it. But it is easy, and the ones that blow up are so interesting. I'm just trying to figure out how to kind of do it and then sort of funnel things into my Twitch.
Yeah, it's free views. It's completely free views.
It really is. But I want to make content that is kind of parallel with my Twitch shit, but what do I make that's interesting? I don't want to put a bunch of gameplay up on TikTok.
But to be honest, I wouldn't even agree with that approach. I wouldn't even say you have to do that. So, for example, let's take this is going to be kind of a rough example, but let's take Billie Eilish, for example. When you think of Billie Eilish, what does she do? What does she offer you? Music. She gives you music, and particularly a certain genre of music. And what all these huge celebrities are doing, look at fucking T-Pain, man. He's killing it on Twitch. Logic, he's killing it on Twitch. They're taking these totally unrelated unrelated audience that was hooked on this one thing, and now they just want to view you because you're live. They don't even give a fuck what you're doing. It's just that you are live. They get to kind of have that interaction. Yeah. So I actually like the fact, that's why if you go on my TikTok, it's almost, it's roughly about gaming. I definitely want to keep it in the, content creation, gaming type space, but it's all over the place because, and I say this to everybody all the time, specifically with Twitch, if you're trying to make it on Twitch, I believe everyone makes it with 2 strategies. At its base, at its foundation, you're either capitalizing on your gameplay or you're capitalizing on your personality. And I think I see a lot of people falter because they realize one won't work when they might have had it, but then they switch. And when they switch, they hurt themselves. And it's basically wiping your slate clean. You got to restart. You know what I mean? So I think if anybody came up to me and they were asking, hey, what's the biggest tip you can give specifically for live streaming? That would be it. Figure out whether you want to capitalize on your personality or you want to capitalize on your gameplay. Because we can't all be Shrouds and fucking XQCs
and Hamess
and Hamess is cracked fucking.
Definitely,
dude. Listen to me. You know what I'm gonna end up doing? I'm gonna end up going to that live and clipping it. And we're gonna post it on the Twitter so you guys can see. He was fucking beaming kids.
He really was
with a Farah. It was insane. I think it was a Farah, Galil, or whatever the fuck.
It's I would completely agree with your point on the gameplay and personality aspect. I feel like you get a lot of people. I've had a lot of people come into my chat, and I go on a lot of different. I go on a lot of rants. Which is why it's good to like voice stuff on like podcasts and stuff, and why I was excited to come on to here. And I'm sure Joe was as well, because like we think about this when you are a content creator, and for anyone like listening out there, whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook gaming, even though it's like a meme of a site, whatever you guys stream on or make content for, it's so important to have these discussions with your friends or like just listen to other people. But when I would say bad content, and I don't throw bad content around, but I don't like when people try and get freebies around the personality or the gameplay side of stuff. I.e., I think there's a guy that we were watching the other day, I can't remember his name, but you know when people post stuff like, oh guys, like help me get to like, oh, what was it, Joe? It was something about 100 Thieves, right?
I think it's like there's a lot of people on TikTok that basically they like almost beg to be big on Twitch.
Yeah.
If you spent the time asking people to follow you, then actually streaming, I think you'd get there a lot. It's the whole thing of like, you can't influence how people see you kind of thing. It's like nobody it's almost not cool either. Do you know what I mean? Nobody likes the guy that is going to that's going out and telling you to check his stream. Do you know what I mean? You almost want to post a clip and have people click over just through the clip rather.
It's the same thing as like for likes when you go in self-promoting other people's chats. I think that was one of the things that I went on a rant about. Actually, some guy came in and was saying to me, "Oh, can you raid me?" And I said, "Listen, like I'm 30 minutes into my stream. No, I won't fucking raid you, because at the end of the day, like regardless of how much you guys care about small streamers or I care about other people that are similar sizes to us, right? We're all in the same boat or whatever. But if I think you're a genuinely good person and that I want to raid you, me and Sam have formed a great a relationship over it. I'm sure me and Chad will as well. And you guys with Joe and stuff, because you form good relationships with good people and you want to give people freebies, but it's not really freebies because I know that your content's good. I know who you are. I know, but when you're asking these random people to almost, it's okay to have, I say this, it's okay to have aspirations of how big you want to be or where you want to be long-term in terms of streaming, but you have to fucking realize that every single person on the platform, every single person on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, whatever it's on, they all have the same goal. And if you're trying to say that you're more like you're harder working than me or like shit on other people on the platform and try and boost your way up there, even with the exposure that these people get, they don't retain it. There'll be people on 200 or 300k on TikTok that I think you were sort of alluding to it, Sam, before, of like, oh, the exposure side, you want to like channel that through. But I feel like for a channel like yours or Chad's or mine or Joe's, it sort of like speaks for itself because the content is live and you're posting these clips and it channels through. Because if someone checks out my Twitch, it's the exact same stuff that's on my TikTok. Whereas if you're begging people to come over to your TikTok and then your streams are absolute garbage, then those people, it doesn't matter if you've got 1 billion impressions on TikTok, because at the end of the day, like when they come over to your your Twitch and your live streams, they're just going to go, well, like what am I here for? And why would an org or someone want to give you a freebie if your content's like that? You sort of have to have that balance of that like, oh, you guys should check me out and I deserve to be checked out, and those two things have to be in line for you to actually do stuff like that.
It's like letting the content speak in it kind of thing. It's like if you're a musician, it's like which one's cooler as a musician, or like not cooler, it's like better as a musician. It's like, hey guys, check my album out. All right, cool.
And I feel like that boils down to
authenticity.
I just did that at the beginning of the show. You were here. You heard me promoting my own album, bro. You talking shit about me right now?
But we've all heard your music, Sam, so we know.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to say two things off of what Hamess said, though. The first one being the follow for follow. I don't know if we've ever gotten into this on the podcast. To anyone listening, for the love of God, and this is the general consensus, feel confident in the fact that once every streamer gets past a certain level, they will say what I'm about to say to you. Follow for follow is a fucking waste of energy. Stay out of those fucking Reddits. Stay out of those Facebook groups. They do not breed organic interaction.
Yeah.
Does nothing. All it does is add a number to your follower list. That's where that assistance ends. Don't do it. It's fucking poisonous.
It's like a stroke of ego, right? And that's all it is.
I totally get, like, if you're just starting and you're just trying to hit that 50, for the affiliate, that's fine. But after that, dip out, man. That follow for follow, it hurts you. Because say, for example, somebody jumps in your stream, you've got and I've seen it. You've got 6,000 followers, but only 3 people are watching. Yeah. That's how that happens. It's because they all fucking follow just so you'd follow them. You know what I mean? And I learned that very quick. And the second is on the raid stuff, because I actually have, I don't know, a qualm or an issue with the etiquette around raiding, point blank period. And, I see a few problems that everyone could kind of pay attention to. But what I wanted to talk about is specifically when going to raid somebody, I'm perfectly fine with a viewer saying, oh, hey, would you mind checking out this person, whatever, yada, yada, yada. That's perfectly fine. I even have a channel called Recommendations in my Discord for that very thing. But when you go to raid somebody, there's a few things that a streamer is thinking about. Now, typically, it's networking. That's the first thing that someone thinks about. Obviously, friends and stuff too, but we're all here trying to be successful, right? That is, of course, unless you're a hobbyist, which is fine too. But, there are people out here actually trying to fucking kill it, and networking is huge. And so, really, this is for the viewers from a viewer's standpoint. Say, for example, you're in somebody's stream. You're like, hey, I got a buddy. He's been busting his ass for 2 months. And the streamer goes to check it out. And he's like, no, you know what? Like no disrespect. It's just not my thing. There's a whole host of reasons. And one of those that I notice a lot is when I go to stream or go to raid rather, I almost want to, and not in a dickish way, and I'm hoping Sam, Hamess, you guys could understand, they have to look like they kind of quote unquote deserve it. And I don't mean that in a dickish manner, but I mean like that they're trying. You know what I mean? I want to see something different. I want to see something creative. And more than anything else, I want you to be able to entertain who I'm bringing to you.
Yep, absolutely.
100%.
You want the raid to be worthwhile, don't you? You want to actually enjoy the content.
I feel like raids can go very, very well. And me and Sam met through raids. The exact reason that me and Joe are on this podcast today, speaking to, like I said, I'm going to be speaking to Chad because I think you're amazing and you guys will fucking go to the moon with this as well. I think this is amazing. But that is through a good raid. And it's like you said, you go onto the stream and your chat can't see what you're doing. And, I picked Sam and I'm like, oh, he's doing I think it was your anniversary stream or something. You were doing a subathon. And I thought, wow, like my followers would mean something to this person. Yeah. And I feel like you watch him for 30 seconds to a minute. Your chat like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's like, yeah, I'm checking for that. Oh, will this guy be able to? Do I trust this guy with my community? Do I trust that this person will entertain my chat? Because as well, it's like that follow. Because when you raid someone, it's almost Twitch etiquette, right? To follow them. Everyone does it. Like if you're part of a raid, the streamer will say, oh yeah, go check this person out, go follow them, blah 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 blah. But I don't want just the follower number, because I said to Sam before that statistics and analytics, they don't mean shit. They don't mean shit, because the only number that matters is your average viewers. And if someone can retain the raid, if I raided someone with 100 viewers and I only kept 1 or 2 of those people, that'd be disappointing to me. Even if I gained 100 followers, that'd be disappointing to me.
For both of them, for both you and the other streamer.
And the people, and then but if that person is entertaining and retains 50 to 60 of those people, guess what? Like that streamer that raided you is gonna make their day, because you've added something to this person's thinking, and maybe they did deserve it, like you said. And it's less so of a just guy, like lazy raids of like, oh yeah, just go follow this guy, blah 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 blah. And I've had loads of successful raids, but I completely 100% agree with you. I don't like the corniness sometimes that people air quotation marks like deserved streams, but when they don't actually raids when they don't actually deserve them, and it's just a friend sort of thing, and they're just for free followers and whatnot. Because you're doing yourself and the streamer as well a disservice if you're doing that.
Right. There is nothing more disappointing than sending out a raid and then it just not going well. Like the person's just like, Cool, thanks. And like,
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, like I thought like, I wouldn't raid somebody if I thought that was going to be the reaction. Like, I want to see a little bit of like, you know, grateful.
Energy.
I don't raid somebody like with like hundreds of viewers usually. Like, I go somebody around the same size as me, and then I go, here you go.
Under 15, typically under 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yep, is usually what I go for. And I think that's smart. I think you should always raid within your same size. Like if you have 100 people, go raid with somebody with 100 people. You can hit somebody smaller if you really think they are really going to use it well. But I don't know. That's not a good feeling. But I do want to ask, and this is going to be for both of you. And you don't need to tell me how much money you make by any means, but if you can do what you're doing now, whether it's Twitch or it's YouTube or a mixture of both, if you could do it for a living right now, would you do it? Like knowing that over the next couple of years, this is what you're going to be doing. Is that kind of the end goal? Is that what you want? Or is it something that you'd be, you're fine doing this as a hobby and making, a little extra side income? Or would you want to put 110% into effort into everything to make it a living? Where do you guys stand on that?
Well, I'll let James talk on what he
sure?
thinks, but I've done YouTube for a living for like the past 5 months-ish. Yeah, it's
sick.
Like I had a job and then COVID made it so I didn't have a job. Yeah, and thankfully I mean, like that was a stroke of luck. As my job fell through, YouTube went up, and YouTube's really good for income. I'll just say that, but it's very much, it's not stable. It's not stable at all.
Fluctuating.
A 9-to-5 job, like however much when you're sat at home making the money that you are, it's great. But at least with a 9-to-5 job, that you can support your family or that you're getting a set wage every month. With YouTube, you need to get the next big viral video to make. Yeah. I mean, it's great if you get a 3 million view video and it makes you 10 grand, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But if you don't get that video, you're not getting 10 grand. So it's like, what I mean? That's a ballpark number.
Yeah, true. I have no idea what kind of money YouTube makes.
I just use that as an example. But it's like, you need to post videos to make the money, which is tough. Yeah.
Oh, that would suck. I love my paychecks are to the cent every single 2 weeks, the same. Every 2 weeks, it is to the dollar amount the same, and I love that. It's not salary, but it's basically salary. I like that. Hamess, would you do it for a living if you could in the near future?
Yes, I would say that if you're a Twitch streamer and you are doing it for fun, that's great. But I feel like if you do, I feel like every streamer in like the back of their heads will always want to, if you work a 9-to-5 or whatever and you stream on the side, even if you're making a little bit of money, you're always in the back of your head, you're always going to be thinking, oh, this is it. Like I would love to do this. And I feel like if you don't love streaming or what you're doing, don't do it. It's not, whether it's a job or YouTube or whatever, social media or whatever, if you don't love streaming, then I would say don't do it. But for me personally, I fucking love streaming. I love playing games. I love talking to people. I love interacting with people, meeting people like yourselves. The whole Shazam of just that. And again, I will say that the numbers don't really mean anything in terms of like, I don't care how big I was to get, how little I would be if I just had to like scrape by and make this a sort of like living thing. But yeah, if you were to ask me, would I like to do this full time? 100%. And I wouldn't be putting in the hours and like the work and trying to up my stream and stuff like that if I didn't want to take my streaming and stuff full time and seriously.
Oh yeah, man. I agree.
It's a dream thing, really, and everybody would love to sit at home and stream or make YouTube videos.
That's true.
But then there's it all looks glamorous from the outside, but then when you actually do it,
man,
it's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of no social life.
Very, very hard work.
Like, oh, are you coming out today? No, I've got to sit and edit for 10 hours a day. No, I've got to stream. Like, you're not seeing your family, you're not seeing your friends. It's like, especially if you're a streamer, like, I
don't know if you guys agree, but I think task management is the big deciding factor, at least for me. So say, for example, you do have that 9-to-5, you're going into work, your job or your boss or your manager has like a set in some places, they literally give you a list of set tasks for you to do. So you don't really have to figure it out yourself. You're there and you're literally trading time for money. That's what a 9 to 5 is.
Yeah.
And with content creation, that is so far from the case. It's not a straight time for money deal, right? You're making $0 at all for however long it takes. And you're your own boss. So you have to be able to deal with, so say, for example, at work, something gets guffed up. Oh, it was my coworker. Oh, you didn't put it on the, nah, man. In content creation, if you're fucking up, it's you. And some people can't really handle that. You know what I mean? It's a lot of it's hard. It's really, really, really difficult, especially now. What with all the COVID, everybody's fucking streaming now.
Mm-hmm. I think it's amazing that you said that actually as well, in terms of it's on you, because I see a lot of people in terms of like even our friends as well. And I was sort of saying this yesterday in a call with a couple of friends that they stream themselves. And when people set tasks or like goals and they rely on other people, I feel like having follower goals for yourself in terms of like, oh, I want to hit 1,000 followers by this period of time is all well and good. But you also have to have these personal goals where you can rely on yourself. And if you don't hit those goals, it's very much on you. Because if you could be doing the issue with goals that rely on other people is that even if you're doing everything right, everything perfectly, whether it's your content creation, you're talking to everyone that comes into your chat perfectly, you're dropping nukes every single game in a COD lobby, or do you know what I mean? You're winning in Verdansk, in whatever it is for you personally, you could be doing absolutely everything right, but just not have the followers. And that's why followers, that's why your main aim can't be like that follower site type thing. And it's better to put goals on something like, oh, I want to make 4 or 5 videos by the end of this week, or I want to have these hours, I want to put in X amount of hours. For me, it was like a 150 hour thing. Because before, when I was setting goals and I was saying, oh, I want to hit a 100x followers by this time. And it's like, well, that relies on 50 to 60 people with it from now to like the end of the month to then come into your stream and follow you and invest in you. And it doesn't work like that. You can't. And that, and again, with the freebie stuff, like people don't give you freebies, regardless of how entertaining or charitable you are with your things or your content. People don't give out freebies. And it's like if you put your goals and you put them on yourself, that's the best possible thing that you can do. And then, you know, like Chad said, like then you know it's 100% on you.
Yeah, and vice versa, of course, because I said if it ends up negative, but let's say you fucking hit and you kill shit, you know
it's all you.
Was you fucking did that.
Yeah,
I know. Awesome.
I know quite a few people who have tried to do this for a living, and trying when they're already small. They're like, okay, I'm going to try to make it big, which I don't think is ever really the right route. You should probably be a little bit big and be able to kind of do it before you completely try. But in some people's life situations are different, but you can give yourself so much time off. You're like, okay, I should edit like 5 videos a month. It's like, no, I'm my own boss, and then they just kind of just put it to the wayside because they can.
Serious self-discipline. Like it's like we were saying, like Chad was saying, when you've got a job, if you sleep in, your boss is calling you up. Yo, where the hell are you? You're not here. If when you're doing YouTube and Twitch, you go, oh, I've got to go live today. Oh no, I'm not going to do it. Nobody's punishing you.
Exactly.
Like, the only person you're getting at is yourself. So you need to make sure you're going, right, I am going to edit today. I do it myself. I know I'll be editing halfway through. I get a message in the Discord. Do you want to play games? Yeah, I want to play games, and I won't edit. And then there's no video out. And the only person that's harming is me. I'm not going, guys, why did you ask me to play games? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's me for making the decision. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
that's tough. Yeah. Fuck money, dude. We don't need it, dude. Let's go start our own country. Let's Brexit the shit out of this.
There's like that circle. What is it? It's like you can't have friends. What is it? It's like you can't have friends. No, what is it? Like you can't have a social life, a career, free and time. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's like free
mental
time.
Health.
Mental. It's like one. There's like 3. There's one that you can't have.
Choose
like
2 of the 3.
Friends. Yeah. It's like
I love that shit. It is tough, but I think we're gonna have to wrap this thing up. I know you're gonna have to go to London. Ooh, that sounds like a big trip to us, but probably isn't as big deal. No, I'm just going to London tomorrow. No big deal. Hey, Chad, you want to go to London with me tomorrow?
Fuck yeah, baby.
Let's go meet up.
Yeah, get a flight over, guys.
Yeah. Sheesh. I don't go anywhere. No, I'm just kidding. I go a lot of places. Chad goes he's going to go to a 3rd place in his house tonight. He's going to try it out. He's going to be like, this is a walk-in closet. Why haven't I been here before?
Right. Been to 5 places. 4 of them are in my house.
Looks like people in chat are asking Joe to go play Overwatch. And that's probably what I'm going to do as well.
Jim, the only thing I'm going to go and do is bed. So
yeah, hell yeah.
Nap
Me
time.
too. Nap time. Well, thank you guys for being on there. Let's go with Hamess first. Where can we find your content? Where do you want people to go?
Oh God. So my Twitch is just at Hamess, like just the at symbol, and then Hamess double S for whatever you want the S's to stand for. I don't really care.
Sam.
Yeah, literally whatever. But yeah, that's my main platform, and then I would push my TikTok, which is I think it's AKA Hamess on there because some guy with 0 followers that's completely inactive on the app wanted to take my name, so it's just AKA Hamess on TikTok, and that's all me.
Cool. Joe, where are we finding you?
Mainly, it's just Joeseppi on YouTube. Twitch is Joeseppi _. I mean, you'll get a stream like once a year. If you want to hop along, it'll be a great stream, trust me. But yeah, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, if you want to watch clips of the videos.
Yeah.
Bebo, MySpace,
Hell yeah.
Facebook.
Well, cool. Well, thanks, blokes. Do you guys call each other blokes? Is that a thing?
Oh,
Blokes, lads.
Do you know what we'll have to do? We'll have to make a podcast episode one day where we just spend the full time just discussing the differences.
Yeah,
Please.
and that's the best part of the show so far.
Yeah.
Everything
100%.
else, we don't care about what
could
these
go
guys
for
think about
hours,
content.
Yeah, exactly,
These guys with less than 1,000 viewers have fucking opinions. I don't care.
Who are these guys, man?
Yeah, no kidding. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. If you guys got to go, cool. If not, you can hang out here backstage, and we're going to be wrapping up in just a few minutes, and we can talk it up. But if you got to go to bed, go to bed. Thanks for being here, boys.
Thanks for
Appreciate
having
you.
us.
Loved
Yeah,
it,
thanks
man.
for having us.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, Chadwick. Shit, I just fucking full named you. I'm so sorry, bro.
Son of a bitch. I'm doxxed.
Dude, you've been doxxed, brother.
Son of a bitch.
What we got next? What we got next on the docket? Next week
Docket.
on the dot. You like that? Next week we are going to be live, but however, I am going to be out of town, so it's going to be Chad, and he's going to be by himself. He's hopefully going to. He's gonna find a guest that he really vibes with, so it can go well. But no Sam next week. I'll be at a cabin.
Sam.
No fucking Sam.
The fucker has a life. Would you guys believe it?
I know, dude. My grandma
He
rented
does
this huge
things
ass
and
cabin.
shit.
It looks lit.
It looks lit.
It does, dude. It looks so lit, but there's no Wi-Fi there. What the fuck? Oh, shit.
Doesn't sound very lit.
Nah, dude. What am I supposed to do? Swim in the lake? Fish?
Fish. Yeah.
All right, dude. That's what most of us are gonna do, but I'm so bad at it.
Learn something, man. Apparently the apocalypse is nigh. All right. You need to learn how to fish for those nuclear little fish. Guppies.
Guppies. All right. I got nothing else to plug. Follow us on if you want the podcast audio, we need followers / what are they called on Spotify? They're like, you can follow a page.
Listeners.
We need people to subscribe to that shit on those things. It's free, absolutely free everywhere. We have a Twitter
in less than 30 seconds.
That's right. We got a Twitter. We're just trying to grow these numbers, Hamess says the numbers don't matter, but they matter to me. When I have less than 50 followers on this podcast, we're trying to make. This is how I make my money. Is this podcast? And I've made $0.
Yeah, numbers matter, especially when I pull up to Sam in the urinal next to him in the bathroom, and he starts peeking over.
Dude, it's
he
crazy.
asks me very weird questions.
It's crazy that our dicks are like an inch difference. Like, I mean, you're 1.5 feet, and I'm 1.7 inches. We've big dicks, ladies and gentlemen.
Sam said that, not me, man.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
That was, I don't know what's gotten into him. It's a bad case of metaphrenia.
That's a thing. All right. That's all for me. I gotta go get a drink. I've been thinking about it the whole time. Do I just walk away and grab a drink during the podcast? And I refrained. So
wow. You know what?
Thank you.
Good for you, man.
Body armor.
for
It's
you.
empty.
Oh, gross. Never mind. I take it back.
Dude, these are so good. Body
Freaking
armor light.
What the
Dude,
fuck?
it's so
What do you also
good.
got? Ensures in your fridge?
Oh, I got Pedialyte for all those hangovers I get with the meth hangovers. Oh God, he's dying.
He's gonna make me sick.
Oh, should we just end it now? All right. Thanks, guys.
Take it
Talk to
easy,
you later.
y'all.